Alrighty, and you are good to go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Natural Nerds, where a bunch of friends who live all across the country get together to play Dungeons and Dragons X amount of times a week. Tonight we are in the frigid north of Icewind Dale in the town of Lonelywood, and I would like all of my players to please roll a d20 for me, and I will go down the line. Okay, laughter.
That is a 6.
Okay, wind.
12.
12. Sacura.
I also got a 6.
Okay. Len-Yan.
I also got a 6.
6, 6, 6. All right. Too bad it wasn't in back to back.
Hey, that's my
Soren.
employee ID.
We got an 8 over here.
An 8. Okay. Dante.
13.
13. Right? 13?
Yep.
Okay. Wind. If you could please give me the recap.
Wind. Okay. So, last time on Dragon Ball Z, we set out on a quest to kill the monster of Bremen. On the way, we did find out that druids were terrorizing towns. And we were on a quest to kill the monster of the lake monster of Bremen, and then go to Lonelywood to murder some druids. We stole a boat from a fisherman who wanted us to fish for him, but we just decided we're going to steal his boat and not fish for him. Made quick work of the sea monster. Very quick work. Almost as if we all crit. And then whooshed our way across the lake straight to Lonelywood, rushed there so that we can murder some druids. Played a few games, few snail racing games. And yeah, my snail won the first one, but it was a practice round. And then Old Blue came in first and took the pot of gold. And now here we are in Lonelywood, chilling.
All right. Thank you very much. It is quite late at night at this point. You guys are currently in the tavern, the Lucky Liar. As he said, you just had your snail races. How are you proceeding?
Not to brag or nothing, but maybe I'll go pay the dockman to maintain our boat. I'll be right back.
I will accompany you.
Right.
So it's our boat?
I mean,
Well,
we did commandeer.
then we need a way to get back, don't we?
And now it's ours.
So
Bring
we're,
it back.
so we're pirates then?
By technicality, yes.
Blake just puts his hand between his eyes and just for a moment. I need a moment. DM, what time of day is it?
It's around 2-ish in the morning. You did get here pretty late. You were out on the water for the entire day, searching for the lake monster. I would also like to remind everybody that your axe beaks, as well as Craig, are left in Bremen.
By that nice lady that sent us here, essentially?
Not a lady, but yes.
Yes,
Tali-
yes, them, yes.
Yep, yes. Tali does have your axe beaks and Craig.
Aye.
Heard you know.
Don't say that.
I do hope Craig is doing well, because if not, I will have to murder them.
How long do you expect to be back?
Yes.
Accurate. Right. See you in a minute then.
Sakura
With me,
will
Ma.
skip up to the bar and order a drink.
Alrighty.
Going to grab the boy by the scruff of the neck and then follow out a different way.
I'm in
Alright.
trouble.
So, real quick, we'll handle your drink, Sakura. So you skip up to the bar and you see a woman, a human woman with raven black hair, just cleaning mugs and everything and glancing around. And she glances up to you and nods.
Hi there. Can you
Hello,
give me
is this
your favorite drink?
my favorite drink?
Yes, ma'am.
We do have a fine whiskey that I am quite particular for after a long day.
That sounds perfect to me. Would you like a flower?
No. And she turns
Okay.
around. And
I'll
gets
put the
more
flower back
drink.
on the staff.
And a few seconds pass by, and she hands you your mug.
Well, thank you. Late night for you, huh? And I'm gonna look around at all the people still there.
Yes, it's always like this here. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not particularly. Nice meeting you. I will walk off. I'm like, oh.
Alrighty. Okay. Now we will cut over to Soren and Wind. Soren and Wind going to the docks.
Yes.
Alrighty. So you walk out of the Happy Liar and you head over to the docks.
Lucky line.
And you don't see anyone at the docks. It's pretty it's pretty late at night and there's not really many people outside. You see a stray person, a halfling, and pass by.
Is our boat
But
still there?
yes, your boat is still there with a knucklehead trout and the lake monster fastened to it because you did catch a knucklehead trout while you were out there.
I'd like to go up to the lake monster and finish chopping off its head.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
Is there a purpose for this?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Care to establish that purpose?
Strength test is a 13.
Alrighty. Simple enough. You got most of it off. The last time you tried. And so it takes a second, but you are able to get your knife through it and snap it off of its neck.
Okay, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna turn to Sora and I'm gonna say, "Would you mind freezing this for me? It's a gift for our friends in Bryn Shanda."
Ah. Well then, yes. And I'll look around. Are there any prying eyes? But like, I know you said there was one person just kind of wandering around, but
Yeah, one person, they came from over here and they headed over this way and went into a building over there. Were you able to see that pinging?
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I see no one around, then I'll freeze it for sure, and I'll freeze the rest of the corpse as well.
Okay.
Even though I'm sure most of it's in the water, but just to get like some sort of preservation around it.
Alrighty. Simple enough.
And I'll take that knucklehead trout.
Okay, you're taking the whole thing? It's
Yeah.
about 5 foot. So, just so you have an idea for the size of it. It's a pretty large knucklehead trout. Okay.
Yeah, just toss it over my shoulder.
Alrighty. And are you heading back to the Lucky Liar, or where are you going?
Can I make an insight check on that person that was walking?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
did they seem specifically? Did they seem out of sorts? Maybe not necessarily shady, but if they maybe did it seem like a commoner just or a person that lived here just going back to somewhere, or did they seem a little, you know?
Give me an insight check.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't think you can handle this. How's an 11 work for you?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not to brag or
That's
nothing.
impressive.
Well, yeah.
So to go into a little bit more detail of them, they came out of that building right here, right? Right
Right.
there.
Mhm.
And you saw that they had wood in their hands that looked like it was for a fire, something of the sort. And they skipped a little bit and then did a little jog back over to here. So they did a little skip, a little hop, and then jogged the rest of the way. So, I would say no, they didn't particularly come off shady, from what you could tell.
Sounds to me.
Right. It's all good. So, any particular reason why? Yeah, the head. Right. Should we go back to the tavern?
Yes. We go back. Yes.
Sorry, I guess the spoils of victory have gotten to my head. It's a lot of weight and cold.
I
Just
didn't
on my.
want anyone to be able to steal, you know. What extra gold is weighing you down?
Oh man, yes.
I'd imagine.
It's heavy on the belt.
100 pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of pocket change is heavy to carry sometimes, don't you think?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, kind of pulling my pants down, weighing on me belt.
Not used to being that wealthy, are you?
No, not from my tribe. We more hunters, scavengers. Granted, we went to cities to trade.
Mm,
That's what I was sent for, but never too much monetary value.
Never do. You must take your monetary value from the dead, as I've told you before.
From the dead,
From the dead.
I will not. I will give it back to the dead to pay the ferryman.
The 50 gold pieces you took from me were earned from the dead.
Ah, do you mean when you sold all those?
Now, when I sold the axe of the man who was killed by Yetis.
Right. Well, the way I see it, respect the bodies, respect the person, respect the dead. We shouldn't loot the corpses. They may need them where they're going. In some tongues, it's called Valhalla.
Yes. And
Well,
I need them here so I don't end up there.
I can understand that. The reason I can agree with some circumstances, like you said, we do need them here. At least the monetary value has shown its worth to help the party.
Yes.
Would it be for selfish reasons? We might have some unfortunate issues.
Ah.
But I do believe we see eye to eye on some occasion.
Survival.
Precisely. Valhalla will come.
Not for me.
One day. But don't make it this day.
I guess it does depend on your belief system.
That's fair. That is fair. Now, before we enter, what is your belief system?
I was raised to believe in a reincarnation. At least that's what I was raised in the monastery as. You reincarnate back onto this plane. Personally, I think it's the end. There's nothing after. It just You let go. You turn to energy. You just release. There's nothing. This is what you have.
Interesting. Tell me, have you ever spoken to the gods and goddesses?
Hmm. Have I spoken to the gods? In ways, yes. In sight, no.
Fair enough. Well, if we ever get the chance, I would surely like to meet one together. Perhaps they can give us a little bit more information. But for now, my goddess tells me through dreams and visions to respect the dead and respect the life. And that is my belief.
Yes. Dreams and visions and hallucinations are a powerful, powerful, powerful source.
They are. Right. Shall we?
We shall.
Okay. And you open the door to the tavern. Was there anything anybody else was wanting to do during this time?
Dante's just at the bar, drinking an ale and reading his new book.
Okay.
Seconds
Well-
after, I was just going to say, seconds after Peace and the boy formerly known as Frigid left, I just grabbed Rez by the scruff of the neck and walked out. And honestly, pretty a hustle.
You grabbed what by the neck?
I grabbed Vlayan by the scruff of the neck and
Okay.
hustled out.
And you walked out of the tavern?
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay. So you get out the door. Take it away.
Am I in trouble
I
again?
no, just keep up, and then I just go into a coughing fit, a full-on hacking, and as I'm doubled over, you see, an old man looking back at you. Rez,
Oh.
is it?
Hey guys.
Been a while. Keep up, and I'm going to pull you a little bit too fast for an old man, but just enough to start to case this town and look for thieves' cant as we talk.
Alrighty. We'll keep that in mind. And if you could also like narrate where you're walking and everything
Can
during
you
the
just
conversation.
ping? Of course. Can you ping me where we are currently at the bar?
You are right here. If you see my arrow coming out at the top.
Where it's okay? Where it's coming from? That's where we are.
No. Here I'll actually ping it. There you go.
Where is Bon?
Do you guys not see the words there?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
that.
Some
No.
DM there.
Oh yeah, that must be on the DM layer, huh? Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. You can take it away, guys.
So I guess for our route, I'm just going to the beach on our left. If you're looking at the screen, oh, not the ping thing. There it is. This way. Work our way back, along inside, down,
Okay.
and then to make this as quickly as possible. Because I want to be back to make sure that we're back when Soren in peace, even if we only get half the town, just this area.
Okay. So you did pass Starring in Peace right here at the docks. If this was happening while they were at the docks, is that correct?
Most likely, but again, we would go up the beach and then back in through. So it almost like figure eight.
Okay. Alrighty. And you went as far as here and then went back, is that correct?
Just as far as for time, because I would know how long of a walk it would be to get to the docks and back.
Okay, so when you did get to this one right here, if you see my pinging,
Yep.
you see a triangle, and in the middle of the triangle, sitting on like the bottom line of it, you see a circle, and then there's a little squiggly line that like starts at the top, comes down, goes across the tip of the triangle, and then swirls down to touch it and close it off. You would know that this symbol in Thieves' Cant means fence. So if you do have stolen gear, you can sell it there. And then you see quite a few on a few of the houses. You see very like back here, you see very old and worn. It's hardly legible anymore. Uh it's a triangle, and on the two sides there's small lines coming out of either side. You would know this to mean easy target, so it's people that were being scouted out, but it was so long ago, you can definitely imagine that the job's already probably been done there. Um, and you see a couple, particularly over here, and this one down here have it's a triangle that basically looks like it has like arms coming up and touching the tip, and then lines coming out diagonal from it. You know this symbol to mean heavily guarded. And so you could presume while they were, scouting out the areas and everything, they learned that these would not be very easy houses to rob.
How long ago were these markings made? Similar to the ones that we saw in the last town.
Um, yeah, these were definitely made, especially the easy target ones are very old. The heavily guarded is a little more frequently, but was definitely done at least a couple months ago. From looking at it, yeah.
Can I tell by the building what type of establishment it might be?
These, the heavily guarded ones,
Yes.
they appear to be homes. You could presume that people who are pretty good at taking care of themselves live there. You could presume by that symbol. Yeah.
I would like to speak to the res, if I please.
Keep in mind it is super late at night. Currently, it's around 2 in the morning. So,
I just wish to speak to Vlayan, that's all.
oh, to Vlayan. Okay, I thought you were talking about whoever lived there.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, take it away.
As I'm basically tugging along this old man and this young looking boy.
Oh, how are you, boy? It's been a while.
What's changed? Been with you. It's been very long time.
The laughter is confused. Even I don't understand it.
I've noticed he's been brave a lot. I mean, it's not exactly normal. He was sitting really weird the other night, too.
Hmm. Was being formal with your res.
Formality is not exactly normal for him.
There's even formality in the rituals. But that's not now. As far as Blave is concerned, it's comfortable with him. Understand being in the back watching. But, quick with a joke. Saw Vela for a quick minute. Loves the water.
I cut out. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I was commenting about the fact that you met Vela for a quick minute on the boat.
Yeah. Pirate cat. I liked the eye patch.
He's a crazy son of a bitch. Punch your head in, but he has his moments. But Blave, he has a mission, as we all do, and he kind of looks away. Uh, he's part of that group, that menagerie, and he kind of just bundles himself against the cold.
Kind of wrap my cloak around you, too. I'm trying to keep you a little bit warmer. What do you think is going on?
All this emotion. You call him a murderer. Really put him off.
I bow my head. I'm not my finest moment. Not
Yeah,
quite.
think of him more as an animal. He eats, he sleeps, he has to piss, but there's no thought behind if something scares him or he needs to fight something. And then he looks at you or protect someone.
I know. Gotta apologize, but it's of a makeup for what I said and did. I do love him, and I feel horrible about what's transpired. Mm, You know if there's. Do you think there's anything I could do? Try and make it right somehow. Did I drop?
Mm.
So there, Lefter? You may be muted.
He's not muted, might have dropped.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, crazy echo.
What about now?
That's better.
Much better.
Okay, so I think my headset glitched for a moment. Yes, I was saying I was leading Lane back to the bar, and as I glance over, I'd say, get him some decent food, have a conversation, maybe put it the way in words he could understand, because he's hiding.
I'll give you a nod.
That being said, boy, I must ask you a favor, personally.
Of course. Anything.
And I'm going to take out the book, the Asterix spell book that I got from Fathom. I wish to learn. He kind of looks at it wonderingly.
Magic?
Yes, I'm quite intrigued. And for a moment, you see just a pearlescent shimmer, almost like there's a light reflected in Cat's eye. He would like to learn.
I mean, this is not exactly how my magic works, but I could try something.
He looks at it, and he kind of turns it over. Then he shrugs. Anything. I need to become. He kind of just pokes his finger against his bald head. Smarter?
Well, we can certainly give it a shot.
Yes. Thank you. And congratulations, Rez. And he bows his bald head to you.
I'll bow back. It's nice to
And
see you again.
just you as well. And he kind of reaches up and just rubs your shoulder, just keep as firmly as a grip as he can muster. And he looks to you. See you real soon. And he just ducks into the closest alleyway. That is a... Wait. 18 total?
18 for stealth?
Yes.
Okay, noted.
And as Blave's coming out, he would like to take a perception check because, guys, the freaking fucker forgot to take a perception check as we walked.
Okay, noted.
Where are you, G4s? 15 total.
15 total. Okay. You look around
You know what?
and
You know what? I'm expending one of my
What?
die. That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Does it make it?
What, for perception?
Yes. For seeing whatever there is to see.
Yep. You look around the streets. Like when you started to walk down, you saw that same halfling that they saw run up and around and down that road and into the house. And you see Win working on cutting off the head of the sea monster, and him and Soren. You see them discussing, just chit chatting, and walking back to the tavern.
And nothing of the
It's pretty late at
avian
night.
type.
Nope, nothing of the avian type. You do also see, obviously, the lights dancing in the sky, but that's pretty much it.
Dave's honestly going to take a hard look at Ez and just kind of nod towards the bar and said, shall we?
Suppose we should. It's pretty cold out.
But you're doing all right, Rez.
Okay.
Trying.
And he just kind of has this confused look as we walk back.
Okay. Alrighty. So, You get back into the tavern. At this point, Soren and Wind would have made it back in as well, and you gather at the table that Dante and Sacura are at. How is
Find
everyone
anything?
proceeding?
Find anything interesting?
The lights are really pretty.
Can I take a perception check of the room to see if we're secluded enough to have an intimate conversation?
Okay, yeah. Go right ahead.
Lollipop.
Okay, so while you are in there, you do notice that it seems Dante and Sakura have moved tables. When you were doing the snail racing, you were in the middle of the tavern pretty much. And you could probably guess that it was Dante's idea to move tables because kind of dark corner in the tavern, and the tables that are directly next to you are not currently occupied. Most people are near the actual bar. So, yeah, you're pretty secluded.
Is there a candle anywhere?
There is candles everywhere.
Word. I'm gonna bring
Yes,
bring several candles
there's-
and just like put them around the table to lighten up the corner.
Okay. And Dante, when he does this, you feel a sense of peace at the fire. You get kind of washed down with a wave of calmness when the candles are lit surrounding it, and you hear the voice. Nice.
I'm sorry, what was that?
And you hear the voice say, that's nice.
Just kind of like twitch an eye and keep reading my book.
Okay.
When I sit back down, I'm going to just look at everyone and say, believe there is some serious money to be made in this town.
Excellent.
You believe
Perhaps we
there's
should
serious money to be
take a bit longer. Perhaps we should take a bit longer after we've finished with these druids.
I'd like to keep an ear out and listen around the bar to see if I can hear any chatter.
Oh, I'm muted.
Ah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
Oh wow. That's a 6.
Damn it! I hate when that happens.
Right? For something like completely.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely having trouble in making out any conversation in particular. It's all kind of just ending for you. You're a little bit tired. It's been a long day.
I'm gonna look at all the candles and I'm gonna say, "Oh, it's too bright in here. I can't hear anything." I'm gonna blow them all out.
Dante,
Mm-hmm.
can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
What?
What? What did you do, Wind?
No, I
was
wanted to
just
hear
about
better.
to say the candles relight.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Let's use the Icewind Dale die. See if that'll do good for me. Even though it never does good for me.
Hey, Win, can you please stop breathing into the frickin' mic?
Am I breathing into the mic?
Thank you.
That
So
is
loud.
a 12.
Okay, can you make a spell attack roll at Wind?
Any specific spell?
Firebolt.
You got it. Okay, spell attack. That is a 11 to hit.
No, that doesn't
I
hit.
don't believe that hits.
No.
Okay, so Wind, the second you stop breathing into the mic.
That wasn't
Thank
me
you.
breathing into the mic, I swear to God. I was literally putting my phone down.
Oh, someone's breathing into the mic. Okay, so Wind, you blow out the candles, and as soon as you do, Dante, you just feel this. It almost feels like a dagger through your mind, through your head. It's just this sharp pain that shoots through your head, and you lose control of your body for a second and shoot out a firebolt. But Wind, being the monk and having the training that you've had, you dodge right out of the way, and it shoots across, and it ends up hitting the bar just below it, and everybody gets quiet for a second and glares towards the table. And you guys currently have about 10 people in the tavern, and the barkeep looking real hard at the table.
I'm going to grab Dante by the shirt and I'm going to pull him close to my face. I'm going to say, everyone gets one. Do that again, and I will react. I'm going to drop him.
Okay, and the music and sounds pick up again.
I'm going to look disheveled. Look down towards my book. Is there anything going on with the book?
No, the book is pretty quiet. And you hear Sunshine. Oh, he didn't like that very much.
In my head, I'll respond, nope, it seems we're gonna have some issues to deal with, and I'm just gonna gather up my stuff and head. I'm gonna leave Sunshine down here with Soren. Be a good boy and just listen in for me, and I'm gonna grab my stuff and go up to a room, or ask for a room, I guess I should say.
Okay, so you go over to the bar and ask the barkeep for a room.
And
We
I'll
look like
give.
an inn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of sorts. It's very late. Can you point me towards an inn, please? And I'll give him 5 gold for the damage.
Okay, she takes the gold. We don't have an inn anymore. The Ramshackle has been closed, and its owner decided to hang himself in the common room. So,
Oh, well then, that's
most
hard.
visitors go and stay with the town speaker. She has a loft area that she offers people.
You said the town speaker?
Yes. Yes, the town speaker.
Okay.
Her house is. If you come down and travel down the beach, make your second left, 2 houses down. It's the largest house in town, so you can't miss it.
Much obliged. Again, I apologize for the damage. Long day, long night.
Yes. Well, Do not damage my talent again.
I
And she
will
goes
do my
back to
best.
cleaning her mug.
I'm going to walk over to everybody real quick and just say, there's no inn. We have to board at this town speaker's home.
What
I'm
happened
headed
to
my
the
way
inn?
there. They've been closed. It seems there was a tragedy. The owner hung himself, and since then it hasn't been open. But I'm quite tired, and to be honest, falling
Is it
into
for
that
sale?
lake was not the best thing. I'm sorry, what was that?
Is the inn for sale?
Not sure.
I'm gonna walk up to the barkeep, and I'm gonna ask if the inn is for sale, or where I can inquire about buying the inn.
Do I look like an inn owner? You can try town speaker. Obviously, she would know more about that than I.
It must be obvious. It was not obvious to me. I apologize for inconveniencing you with a simple question.
Yes, well, I'm not in control of your own intelligence, so.
I'm not in control of yours either. I'm just gonna turn around and walk away.
Her eyes narrow at you.
So, as I was saying, I'm headed my way there now. To be honest, falling into that lake again was not the best of things for me, so I'm tired. I'll leave Sunshine with you, Soren, if you speak to Sue afterwards.
I'm going to grab his arm as he walks away. You nearly set him on fire. We have our axe beaks, my counters are being babysit by a strange person. And we have a boatload of monster ready to be shipped. Are we staying here tonight, or are we gonna get the fuck back?
You've been awake for quite some time now. It's almost 24 hours.
We do have business here to attend to before we can go back. It would be waste to have come here and leave before we can even attend to that business.
And what business might that be?
Frost druids.
I'm gonna lean in and whisper in his ears.
I thought we were doing this after we turned in the monster, but hey, I'm all for slitting the throats.
We're already here. Is that not why we took the trip direct?
Going to look at the group and see gauge their reaction.
That is why we're here. Monster first, then the druids, then turn in the bounty, if I recall correctly.
I'm just sipping my tea and side-eyeing.
I'm gonna look around to see if anyone was listening to what we just spoke about.
Okay. Give me a perception.
That is a natural 19 for a 25.
No, doesn't look like anyone was. You glance around and everybody is absorbed in their own conversations. A couple of people raising snails, and the barkeep is just cleaning a mug and glaring around the tavern.
Oh, I'm also sorry. I thought it was a 23, but I thought my perception was +6, not 4. Apologies.
So, yeah, no problem. Same thing.
If you don't mind letting go of me, Lave, I'll take my leave.
I'm gonna pat Dante on the head.
Believe.
Blade lets him go. Sorry, I was muted. Lets him go, but he stares daggers at his
No
back, and he slips the dagger that he was holding in his sleeve back up since he had the fireball cast.
I could still see you as I walk away, not looking at him.
I don't fucking care.
And you just see Sunshine and Soren's lap, just like looking around the table and just looking very chipper.
I fucking hate that book.
And I'll
I'm gonna give
make
him
my way.
stretches.
Yeah, I'll make my way towards where I was directed to the
Make him away.
the
I was
town
waiting
keepers.
for it. the town speaker.
Speaker, yes. That's what I wrote down.
Okay. The town keeper.
No, I wrote speaker down. I said keeper. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So you get outside and you start at. Hold on. Why is this not fucking work? Hello. Sorry. It's taking a second to load. There we go. Alright. You get outside and you start walking down the beach, heading over to the speaker's house. And you hear, seems your friends don't trust you.
not me they don't trust. It's this new side of me that seems to be you.
Yes, I'm sure. And how long have you known them?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, and how long have you known them?
A few weeks, maybe.
Then what reason do they have to trust you?
I've showed them no wrong, for one, until you showed up.
The naivety to trust people so easily.
It's been a long time.
Never understand humans.
Am I even human? Ever since that day, I've been something else, something more, and then now, you.
Do you bleed red?
Indeed.
Then you are human.
And what are you?
I am the source of your newfound gifts.
Am I
Believe it or not,
chosen, or just random pick, or whatever you have in store?
you're not ready for those answers yet.
I'd like it if you not attack my companion.
That one. Most of them don't even trust that one. What matters to you if he dies?
Doesn't matter if he dies, but he is an asset for now, if not anything else.
I can perhaps understand that when you put it so bluntly. Be careful. Be careful with all of them. You don't know their true goals. And at this point, you get up to this house right here.
I'm not gonna knock or anything.
Recognizing this. Okay.
And I'm just
You're just
gonna
gonna stand out there?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
gonna there's like a tree to the right. I'm noticing a little bit. I'm just gonna like sit in the tree right there and cover up with my cloak and my winter clothes and just wait for everybody.
Okay. You do see in the house, you see like the flickers of candlelight, and every once in a while, you see a very small shadow pass by in the window, within the house.
Okay, can I make a perception check if I can hear any talk or anything?
Yep, go right ahead.
$17?
Okay. 17. All right. Every once in a while, at one point, you hear a crash, and you hear a voice. Watch it! You can't make out exactly what they were saying, and then you hear a child scream of like joy. It sounds like a child playing, and you see a shadow run past again, and this time you see the shadow has what looks like the form of a sword, and you see it wave the sword and bonk another child shape shadow on the head, and another childlike scream, and the shadows run away.
I'm just gonna smirk and shouldn't to myself, shouldn't they be in bed? And yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. All right, and that's everything you wanted to do. You're gonna wait for everybody else now.
Yep. And keep in mind, Sunshine's with everybody, so I would hear everything that's going on with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. That's all. That's all me.
Alrighty, so we will switch back over to everybody else. What are you guys doing?
Get to myself, how badly I would like some calamari.
I'm sitting in the corner where the can. Oh, go ahead. It's okay.
No, okay. Sorry.
Oh no, no worries. So I'm sitting in the corner where all the candles are blown out. I'm just writing in my journal, and then all of a sudden, the candles just light up again, and a little spark bunny, like from the little flickers of flame, starts hopping from candle flame to candle flame. I'm just looking at it, surprised.
You were a little bit. I heard what you were saying. You were a little bit glitchy. If you want to leave and come back.
Yep, will do.
Okay. Alrighty. So everybody sees this. What's everybody else doing? What were you doing, Soren?
Right, everyone. There's something I must do. I'm gonna tap Sunshine. Sing on.
Okay. You hear in your head Dante, as well as Soren talking.
Yes. What is
Hello.
it?
Right. As much as I would love to spend some time with this little one, I'm gonna be leaving him with. Take your pick. There's something I must do.
Oh. Okay. Sunshine. Go ahead and sit with Sacura for now until our friend Thornton.
Sunshine
back.
immediately flies like a bullet into onto Sakura's shoulder.
Oh,
Okay.
Before
And I
before
will-
he leaves,
Sunshine
Yeah,
though,
it's
nuzzles
good.
in your hair.
just right before he leaves, Soren, though, Dante threw Sunshine. Matt is okay. No backup. Everything's fine.
Yes, of course. It's nothing threatening. It's just a personal thing.
No worries. And then Sunshine can go.
Gonna
So-
message to Soren.
Alrighty.
Be safe.
As
And as I'm walking, I'm just gonna give like the 2 fingers above my head, like above my back, like acknowledgement.
as Soren leaves, I'd like to slip out, and sneak behind him as stealthily as possible, from a little far back, just to watch where he's going.
Okay. I will be asking you for a stealth check, and Soren, I will be keeping in mind your passive, and I do presume you will be doing perception checks as well while you're out here. So, presumably, I don't know. Most of y'all do.
Essentially, I'd probably do 2. I'll let you know when I do.
Okay. Hey, Wind, you're breathing into the mic. I'm watching it.
I'm literally not even breathing. I was holding my breath.
Oh, that's so weird because it sounds like wind coming through, which
I
is funny
noticed-
because of your character.
I noticed
name.
earlier when I bumped my thing against my shirt, it sounds like the breathing. I put in the headphone, and even though I'm muted, it was still doing it. It was weird.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh,
you
when I
gotta
move
stop
my
that.
face too fast, it. Okay, hold on. I have to lower my mic volume. Okay, that's what it was. I was moving my face and it was catching wind because I had my volume so high because before,
I mean, your name is Wind.
Okay, what was your stealth check?
That's gonna be a 13, but I'm gonna use lucky.
Okay.
Okay, that one's better. That's a 17.
A 17, okay. So Soren, you walk out, you get a little wherever you're going, and you notice Wind is trying to sneakily follow you.
So I'm gonna head here.
Sorry, can you remark? Okay, I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as I get to the tree line, I'm gonna turn around and point directly at him. And just continue. I'd like to go into the woods. So when I do get to the tree line, I would like to make a perception check beyond wind.
Okay.
Just to see, if anybody is outside or whatever the case. Natural 20.
Okay. There's a lot of background noise. Okay. So you look around, and again, it's very quiet out here. You do hear distant child screams and laughter coming, not the laughter, but child laughters. Okay. So you hear that coming from south. Besides
I'm
that,
gonna
it's
make my
very
way-
quiet.
Sorry.
No, that's it.
I'm gonna make my way into the woods, about here, or at least try to find a clearing, somewhat.
I did not see if you.
Over here.
Okay.
Even if there's not a clearing, just a Can I make some sort of check to find the oldest tree in the area? Like the one that just kind of seems the wisest that's been here longest. I think.
Okay.
When he goes into the woods, could I take to the treetops and continue following him?
Yep. I'm gonna take care of what he's doing first, and then get back to you.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to that's no.
Yeah. You can give me a nature check.
Sure. Nice. A nature 13.
Okay.
Not bad.
Considering your background as well as your race and everything, your tribe, trees are definitely your forte, and forests and woods and everything. So you do get over there, and this tree right here, it is a pine tree. It is much wider than the rest. Its trunk is much wider than the rest, and you can see almost the stories it can tell about the weather changes here and the winds and everything like that. You can see when it grew more protective bark about 2 or so years ago. You could definitely guess that's about when the rime hit, and it continued like that. So, yeah, that would be the oldest tree that you can make out currently.
Cool. So I'm going to, as I kind of notice that, I'm going to go invisible, cast invisible ability.
Okay.
And then head over to the tree to essentially try and lose Monk.
Okay. So Charlie, when you get into the tree line, you take to the top of the trees. Give me, we'll say, just for the sake of time, 3 acrobatic checks. To make it from treetop to treetop. If you're jumping from treetop to treetop.
I'm gonna use lucky on the first one.
Okay. And are you trying to be sneaky with it?
Yes.
Okay, I will also need another stealth check. But we'll do your acrobatics first, and then your stealth.
First acrobatics check is a 9.
Okay, so you fall out of the tree.
9.
You can't get back up the tree.
Third one is a 13.
You get a quarter of the way back up the
I need
tree.
a different dice, yo. Where's my dice?
That was
Okay,
beautiful.
so you're still at the entrance of the woods.
Word,
A quarter of the way up the tree.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call it quits. I'm going to go to the speaker. I'm gonna kick the tree and I'm going to the speaker.
All right, simple enough. All right, let's get back over to Soren. Okay, so you walk over to the tree, Soren. Not that tree, different tree. You can feel the trees laughing.
So noticing that he's gave up, I would come out of invisibility. Okay, and then 2 things I'd like to do. I'm gonna lay my weapons in front of me on my cloak neatly. I'm gonna take a piece of bone and carve a. I guess you could call it like a sewing needle or like a toothpick, but kind of like try to make it the best blade I can for Silme, and I pull him out. Like just like a little mimic, or for him, and show him what I do. So, hopefully try to get him to copy and and I'm gonna rest there for a moment, and then. Daughter of the night skies, I ask this night for your blessing and guidance. Battle comes with the new day. Execution due to desecration. And with this prayer, I repeat my allegiances to try and hopefully survive the morrow. My first allegiance is to death and life, when I am able. Protect the sites where the dead later rest from desecration. All slain enemies and allies must receive proper rites for their passage to the afterlife. My second allegiance is to revere death, not undeath. The undead try to cheat the natural cycle of life, and I must use every available means to stop them and restore the natural order. Treat the spirits of the dead with respect above all else. If the undead are rampaging, take command or quell them regardless of personal vendetta or mood. Refusal to honor the spirit or to use magic that traps to or otherwise damages the soul to any degree is a slight against death. And my third, final allegiance is to honor for all of eternity. This third allegiance demands that I keep the faith. In this, my word is bond. Once sworn, I shall uphold it so long as my trust is not broken, even against my convenience. My word is to stand until my own death, repay kindness with kindness, and slights with retribution. Lady of the Night, daughter, please guide us and protect us. Show me what I must do. And I'm gonna sit there, and I'd go into my trance, there. So, like, for the night, instead of going to the tavern, I'm gonna spend it there.
Well, you wouldn't be spending the night at the tavern anyway, unless you're staying
Well,
up all night.
yeah, you know what?
Yeah. So, okay. So, you sit down, you go into your trance. Oh, I never switched the music over. You guys are in, out, in, out. It's hard to keep up with. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Let me get the sound set. Oh, wait. No, not that one. This one. Okay, so you say your prayer and go into your trance. And within your trance, you see the moon. Just a very vivid image of the moon. Bright and shining. And you see it start to become encased in ice and shatter and fall. And as it falls, your vision drifts down, and you watch it fall like hail atop a castle made of ice. And your being starts to be pulled into the castle. And you get to a very large, empty room. And you see what looks like a large gemstone, almost made of ice. It's larger than you. It's about, we'd say about 7 feet large. And it hovers above the ground and spins. A very slow and almost methodical spin.
I'd like to, I'm sorry.
You hear a voice that sounds like it's all around you. She is not here with you, my child. She cannot make it to these parts. We are in a different place than where the other gods can make it.
Who might you be?
I have many names. I have lived many lives. You might know me as the Lady of Air and Darkness.
Well, I do. And, I'm not... From being... My teachings would tell me to be offended. But... I must say I'm honored. I think, more the fact that someone so powerful, another god, would reach out to me. It's calming. It's welcome. I do not fear. May I ask you something?
Of course.
And I'm gonna look at my hands and freeze over. Are you the reason for this?
I am. And I'm quite sure you've noticed from the time of your birth, you've never gotten cold in the way others have.
Yes.
I saw greatness in you, in the energies that surrounded your birth. I chose you as my midwinter child.
I'm appreciative. I always thought it was strange, but, I always felt blessed. So I thank you. What is it you would
Hey,
ask?
whoever's making all that background noise, could everybody please mute, please? Thank you. Sorry, continue.
Is there something you would ask of me?
You have a long time to come until your purpose is seen. There is trouble afoot, and I'm not quite powerful enough to keep up everything needed to keep it at bay. You will find your way. And as the voice says this, you feel yourself projected, and you see a large city of very intricate elven design. You see spires upon spires. You can feel intense energy and magics as you watch a single spire fall. And as it begins to fall, the city starts becoming encased in ice. It starts from the sides, works its way in, and as that spire lands, everything is entirely encased. And you're projected outward, and you get this vision of a very large glacier. And from there, everything goes black.
If you're still here, these acolytes, these cultists, do you know if they do the correct bidding of whom they claim they serve?
There's no response, but you feel this warmth in the pit of your stomach, almost a rage. And as you feel that, it projects outwards, and you feel your entire body wash over with cold.
Thank you. And that's me.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Wind, you make it over to the tree that Dante's standing under. You see him there. Not sure if you want to stay out with him or what, but I figure we can cut over to Sacura and Len-Yan and Laughter, if that's okay, unless there was something that you wanted to do when you got there.
I'm sorry, were you talking to me when I got to the speaker?
Yeah, you got to the speaker's house. You see Dante sitting under the tree there. Do you want to RP anything, or
I'd like to speak
yeah?
to the speaker real quick.
Okay. Okay, so you're knocking on the door?
Yeah.
You're not
Okay.
gonna wait for everybody else.
I have questions that I need answered, but yes, they will be welcome as well.
Suit yourself. I'll wait out here till the end.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and a few moments pass by. The door suddenly opens, and you're looking straight forward, and you don't see anyone. And you glance down, and you see a very small halfling. You can tell this is a child halfling, so smaller than your average halfling.
I'm gonna like crouch down, put my hands on my knees. I'm gonna, hello, little one. Are your parents home?
Yeah, my mom's home. Are you looking for my mom?
Yes. Can you fetch her?
She's gonna be so mad. I'm gonna. Do you have any bugs?
No.
Okay, I gotta find something to put in her hair while she's sleeping. and
Don't.
you hear the little feet paddle off, and then a few moments, and then ah! Sit at the door, and you hear larger feet, still small feet, but larger feet, make their way to the door. Yes. Oh, hello. You're a new one, aren't you? And
Yes,
you see this very friendly, older-looking halfling.
Apologies for the disturbance such late at night. I do travel with a group, and we are looking for place to stay, and it seems the inn is not functioning.
Yeah.
I also have questions. I hear that you may be the one to speak to about a sale on the inn.
Well, then. And she opens the door wide and waves you inside. Why don't you come in? And we can perhaps discuss the trade.
That would be most welcome. I'm gonna take a step in.
Okay. She closes the door behind you, and you get inside, and you could tell that this house was obviously built for your average size person, but there is a lot of furniture that is halfling size with a few chairs and a couch that look like they were made to accommodate people of a larger stature, average sized people. And she gestures, make yourself at home. I'll be right back. And she walks off. After a few moments, yep, go ahead.
Is there a couch?
Yep.
I kick off my shoes and lay on the couch.
Okay, and she leaves and she hurries back and, would you like some cookies? And she's got a tray of cookies that are halfling shaped.
Could I do? No, I would. I'm okay, thank you. I appreciate the hospitality.
And she puts it on the table and sits down.
I'm gonna take a cookie.
Okay. So you bite into it, and it tastes like a gingerbread man. Like a gingerbread man. And, yeah. So she sits down and she crosses her hands on her lap. So, you want to take over the ramshackle, don't you?
It would be a pleasure to help in taking over the ramshackle. I would just need a trustworthy person to help manage the old shack.
And she reaches over, and on the table next to her, you see a pipe, and she takes it and she starts like puffing on it, but you notice that there's no smoke. Yes, I would definitely be willing to give it to you if you help us get rid of the giant white moose that is terrorizing our town.
A giant white moose?
Oh, yeah. Yep, you heard me right. A giant white moose has been terrorizing the town. And if you get rid of it, I will give you the ramshackle. As well as 50 gold pieces. What do you think?
That sounds like a deal to me. Where can I find this moose?
She's gonna gesture vaguely towards where the mass of the trees are. Where do you think Moose live? You think they live underwater?
And is there anything particular I should know of this moose? Give me the information that you have to better aid my battle.
It's the size of a house, and its antlers could reach the sky, or so the others say. It is a vampire moose, says the craziest person in our town.
Vampiric moose. And
Or so they say.
how has it been terrorizing the town? What
I'm
has it
sorry,
been
can
doing?
you repeat that?
How has it been terrorizing the town? What has it been doing?
It's been killing all of our loggers,
Ah,
eating them whole. Or should they say?
eating the loggers whole. So Bremen's fishermen are being eaten. Your loggers are being eaten. All
Quite
by natural
strange.
animals. Quite strange indeed. Well,
Not call this moose natural. No, it's a demon. Or so they say.
well, consider it done. I shall speak to my companions and see how they feel about this.
She stands up when you say that, and she starts like waving her arms all around you.
Uh,
I don't see any companions. I don't feel any companions. Where are your companions?
I have many in the shadows,
Ooh, she glances around the room.
but they're currently at the bar.
They're at the Lucky Liar.
Yes.
Yeah. Will you be seeking room and board for the night?
Yes, we would. We are
Ah. Okay.
6.
Yes. Okay, well. And she takes your hand and starts scurrying off with you. Do you go with her?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then she leads you over to the side of the room. You see a staircase going up, and she hurries you up the staircase and into you see a large loft area with 4 beds. This
This
Yes.
should accommodate very
Uh-huh.
well.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's heated.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Huh? Yeah.
It's cozy.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. When
Okay.
are we going to be expecting your patriarchs?
Yeah. You know how it is.
No.
You don't. You've never
No.
spent time in a tavern.
Oh, no. I know I have.
So you know how it is.
No.
Well, you know how it is.
You have a good rest now.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want more cookies?
No, that's okay.
Okay. And she hurries down the stairs and then hurries back up the stairs and puts 5 cookies next to you and hurries back down the stairs.
I'm gonna eat 2 and put 3 away. Like as soon as she
Okay.
puts them down, while she's still there, I'm gonna eat 2 and put 3 away.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. We can switch over to Sakura, Valayan, and Laughter. Change music up. Okay.
While we're
looking at it.
sitting there. Oh, go ahead, Laughter.
Oh, I'm just flabbergasted after I just watched the boy formerly known as Frigid burst out the door in order to follow Peace, and I'm just looking at you both, just very confused.
Sakura's gonna shrug. Well, should we get going to that person's house?
I think so. Remind me, we paid for everything, right? Right?
I saw Dante hand her money and stuff like that. I'll go check and I'll go up to the bartender or the barkeep.
As she walks away, I'm going to side-eye Rez. We travel with some weird people, and that's coming from me, friend.
I mean, they're a bit odd. But they're enjoyable.
So
That's a
Sacura,
word.
you get up to the bar. Oh, sorry.
Continue.
You get up to the bar, Sakura. What are you
Yep.
saying?
Hi there, and I'm gonna be like a little more cautious with her this time. Do we have anything on our tab?
Mm-hmm.
I will pay that now.
Okay. 10 gold, please, pieces.
10 gold?
Mm-hmm.
That seems a bit steep for a whiskey.
She just glares at you.
Sakura's gonna drop her facade a bit since her back is to Blave and Blaine, and she's gonna get like a nastier look in her eye. How about an honest price then?
What would you consider honest?
Your honest price, that's not a steeping 10 gold for a whiskey, ma'am.
My honest price is 10 gold pieces.
I am going to put my hand down on the table and be like, you're lucky if I give you a gold. So, a compromise?
Like you. What kind of compromise are you thinking?
Continued business for, well, honesty.
Not worth it.
Fine, a gold it is, and I'll put the gold on the counter and walk off.
Okay. Give me a persuasion. Give me a persuasion check. Give me a persuasion.
Okay.
Okay. Before we take this any further.
Apologies. I thought
It's actually not where I intended for it to go with it. Hopefully she likes me. I'm actually not horrible at persuasion either. 17?
17. Okay, so you say that, you drop the gold piece, and you turn around, and she just kind of takes the gold piece and drops it in her apron.
Sweet. And I'll go back to the table and be like, all handled. We gotta watch out for her prices.
I'm just going to side-eye the waitress. Can I just give an insight check?
Yep.
Because that was unnecessary. That's a natural one.
Hard to tell.
I just hope I just threw a dirty look by just looking over. Just really? Just accosting my friend? Just really?
With a nat 1, you think you give a dirty look, but really, you give a really goofy smile.
That works with me. I think I made my point. That's all that matters.
You think, with that nat 1 insight, you really think you gave a dirty look.
That bitch. I bet she'd think about it before she went to bed tonight. I'm just going to take my friends and walk off with them as much pride as we can. Thank you, madam, and walk out.
Alright.
Ryan's just rubbing his temples.
Okay, and everybody is heading over to the speaker's house?
Yes, and can I do two things as we're walking?
You absolutely can. Take it away.
I'm gonna talk to Blave, but as I'm talking to him, I'm gonna be keeping an eye around for any druidic symbols as we're walking. But I'm gonna turn to him and can I ask you a question?
Why, certainly, Ember.
I kind of am starting to understand everybody's names that you give them. The one I don't get is mine. Why do you call me Ember?
And he's going to smile wide and just look over at you. Well, every fire starts with an ember. No?
Correct.
And fire brings life or destruction. No?
Okay. I think I get where you're going with this. And frankly, it makes a lot of sense.
Just kind of waggles his eyebrows.
Well, I hope I bring more good than bad.
Life is about balance, Ember. Always got to take the good with the bad and know that not all bad is all bad. Some good in it.
She's gonna look forward, and you could tell she's like very puzzled at trying to think that way.
Alrighty. And as you pass by this tree,
Mhm.
your eye catches on the bark. It almost looks like it was grown this way, like it was actually within the bark. You see, it looks like another tree inside of it, and it swirls around and up, and you see antlers come out of the top of it. And from your studies of being a druid, from your raising, you learn that this is the symbol of awakening.
I am going to slow down almost to a stop. And I won't approach it, but you said it has like antlers?
Yes, it has antlers at the top of it.
Can I see if I know anything more about what could be awakening?
Okay. Give me, because you are a druid, I would say nature check.
Okay. 12, 13, 15?
15. Okay. So as you look a little bit closer, you're not actually able to make out what's awakened, but you start to see that there's a circle surrounding it that almost kind of looks like a sun, as it has like the circular shape and lines coming from it similar to sun rays. But you look closer and you see that as a protection symbol with the awakening in the middle. So you can make out that it seems things were awakened to serve protection, for the purpose of protection.
Okay. And you said there's a sun around it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks almost like a sun with the lines coming out of it.
Do we see
I
what Ember's looking at?
was going to say if they
You're
didn't, I was going to stop them.
you're not actually able to read it, but like I presume she will be pointing it out to you. And give me an investigation check to see if you can actually like clearly see these symbols in it. Because, like I said, it is grown into the bark, it seems, from the way it looks. So it's kind of like looking at clouds, how everybody can see different shapes in the clouds.
I got a 17.
Okay, laughter.
I was
You
taking
are
it.
speaking.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice. Okay. I actually don't have the chat open currently. Okay, yeah. She points it out, and as soon as she does, you are able to see the shapes that she's speaking of, the both of you.
Yeah, and I'll look at
And,
them and
and
say,
sunshine.
And
"Oh yeah,
sunshine.
Anson." I'll look at them and, uh, well, from what I can tell, I think they have a little bit of help that we might need to be careful of. They awoke something, and I mean, it has to be them. They're using something to protect themselves?
Those sun rays, have we seen them before?
You have not. Sakura has, through her upbringing, she can read and write Druidic. So she does understand what these symbols mean. Particularly, I wouldn't say you've actually seen them before, or if you have, you might not remember. Yeah.
Is there? Can you ping on the street? I'm sorry, on the map, where this tree is in, I guess, relation to the rest of the town. Is it the heart of the town? Okay. It is technically the closest one to the sea.
Yep.
Now, is this druidic symbol? Where is it facing? It's it facing us, like out to the sea?
Yep, it's facing the sea.
Hmm.
I mean, we could try to break whatever they're using, but to do it just three of us may not be the smartest idea.
Think we should put a pin in this for now, and maybe come back during the day. Maybe it could be a little bit easier. Is this site? Does it look like it's frequently had like foot traffic at all?
Yeah, absolutely. It's right by the tavern, so
No, no. Meaning, like, does this tree itself look like it's, I guess, a fixture in this town? Like, there's offerings, or is it just basically something that people just note on the way to town?
to people in this town, you could presume this is just another tree.
Yeah, it's my druidness that caught it.
It's a
Yep.
shame. Um, say definitely get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe a bit more magic-y. I kind of wave my hand in front of my face.
Yep, I think maybe. Or
Can I?
Soren is seems to be good with that kind of stuff. So we should go get them and, like you said,
I
come back in the morning.
think Rez might have a few ideas.
Can I run an Arcana check on the like the pattern and the tree in general,
Go ahead, give me
or
an arcana.
or something? Oh, that's really bad. Tides of chaos. That's much better.
Okay.
Huh?
Oh no, go ahead.
21.
Okay. You can tell that it was a magic that was imbued into it from a seed. But besides that, the tree in and of itself doesn't really feel magical. It almost just seems like a way for druids to relay information to one another.
Can I tell what type of magic it was?
Yep. It is a type of it's an enchantment just to encourage the tree to grow this specific pattern. But it's not actually like a magical sigil or anything like that.
Gotcha.
It's basically, yeah, it was just a way for druids to basically speak to one another.
Gotcha. I'm gonna share this information with both of you guys. That's all that I can tell.
Well, it's a lovely tree.
It's a lovely tree.
As we walk away, I'm gonna eye back at it and just try to remember it perfectly so I can explain it to everybody else when we get to them.
I can.
Okay.
Would I notice Sacura trying to commit it to memory?
Unless she's trying to do it sneakily.
No, not sneakily.
Then yeah.
I can just sketch it down real quick while we walk.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a really good idea, if you don't mind.
No, of course. And I'll pull out my journal and sketch it as we walk.
Alrighty.
And as we're walking back, Sakura's staring up at the dancing lights.
Okay. So you get over to the house and you notice Dante sitting next to the tree, to the right of the speaker's house.
I will skip forward and get probably way too close for his comfort and lean forward in front of his face. Try to scare him a little bit behind his book.
Okay. And he knew you were coming because.
Uh-huh.
Because Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sakura hasn't put all that quite together yet. That he's never done that to her, so she hasn't really quite put all that together quite yet.
I'm just gonna hear it from the book. Hello, Sakura.
What you doing?
What do I always do?
I'm going to look down at his book and try to peek over it real quick, since I'm so close. Dang it. Fine. So is this the house? Is everybody else here?
Soren's not here.
You hear a faint, creak of a door, and you see a halfling, kind of just an eye peeking.
I'll look over. Hi there.
By the way, there's a window right next to it, but
Wind's in there. Soren hasn't made it.
When you say hello, the door rushes open. Hello, you must be the friends he was talking about.
He called me his friend?
Oh dear.
He said friend?
Did he say friend?
I'm gonna turn and look hopeful.
I might be paraphrasing. I don't recall exactly. Would you like some cookies?
Blave Quinn Gavilar, I would love a cookie.
And you could tell, when the door swung open, you saw that she was holding a tray of cookies in front of her. And she just holds them out, and they're in the shape of halflings.
Take two, and then look for the boy formerly known as Frigid.
Okay, you look around, and you don't see him.
I will offer her a flower as I take a cookie. Thank you. So nice. You want a flower?
I would love a flower. And she happily takes it. and starts scampering off into the house. And close the door behind you, unless you want to let all the cold in.
I will
Close
look
the
at
door.
everyone. Super nice.
I'm not taking a cookie, but I will close the door.
Okay.
I'll have his, and then I take another cookie.
So
I'll
Dante.
take a cookie.
So Dante, as soon as you close the door, there's a window right to the left of the door, and there's a large curtain hanging down in front of the window, and you see the curtain start to move, and then all of a sudden there's a wooden sword swinging at your leg, and you see this little halfling child just jump out from behind the curtain and swing at your leg.
I will use my homebrew and use shield reaction to infuse my AC.
Okay. So the child swings and the sword just goes clunk against this invisible wall, and the sword drops. That was so cool. Can you teach me how to do that?
Oh, you scared me, little one. We'll see. I can't quite teach you how to do that. I don't know how to do it myself, but I might be able to show you some other things, maybe. If your mother allows.
I'm going to be right over Fathom's shoulder. But that was some superb sneaking. I would have been surprised with that one.
Thanks, I practice on my sister all the time.
I bet you give a hell, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes she bonks me, but I bonk her more.
Oh, and remember, when you're going for the bonk, it's the swing that needs to be quiet too.
Oh. And you see this little halfling boy scurry off into like the living space into the middle of it where there's the most room and practice swinging, and you hear, don't know how to do this right. And their
Oh,
mother
he'll get it.
their mother brings you over to the living space and waves at the couch and the chairs that are of normal people size. And it's very funny looking because you see like a normal size couch, and across from that is a halfling size couch, and then there's a normal size chair, and then a halfling size chair next to that. And
I'm
it just
gonna sit on the halfling couch.
okay. So you sit and your knees are up to your chest.
Perfection. I trust the halfling couch more than I trust the regular sized chair.
I'm going to take whatever chair has its back to the fire.
Okay.
I'll Indian style on the floor.
Alrighty. So, as you sit down, the halfling sits herself into a very comfy looking halfling recliner and reclines it, has her feet up on it. So, your friend wants the ramshackle.
Question: did I hear them walk in?
Did you go to sleep?
No, I was just in the room.
Then yeah, I presume you'd hear them walk in.
Okay, on hearing them walk in, I'd probably walk to the main area.
Okay.
And as I enter, if they're all sitting there, I'd be like, good news, everyone. We have an inn.
Well, not quite yet, I'd say. You still have some things to do for me.
You said it wrong. It goes, good news, everyone.
Yeah, right? Dude, that's what
Where's Soren? Didn't you go after him?
Yeah, and then I got, he wanted to be alone, so I respected that, and I came right here.
Tech thoughts.
So you, his surface thoughts, you just hear, stupid tree.
I'm going to switch it over to Vlad.
Wait, you switched it over to me?
Yes.
Oh, he's probably fine.
So you would know that laughter was in your mind. I just kind of smirk at you. Well, are we sleeping there tonight or what?
Well, we have to kill a moose. There's been a moose.
Come again?
There's been a moose the size of a house, a vampire moose the size of a house, eating their lagers. And if we kill them, we get an inn.
The loggers?
The lagers.
A moose?
A moose.
That's
The size of a
An
house.
inn.
Vampire. An inn.
Kill?
Kill.
a vampiric moose?
Yeah. The size of a house.
Or so they say.
For an inn.
I've heard vampire moose, zombie moose that cannot die, and sometimes invisible moose.
And vampire invisible moose.
That
But we
can't
get an
die.
inn. Just look at the
Blave's gonna grab the bridge of his nose. Um,
Lane's just looking at you with a raised eyebrow.
Can I insight check the speaker?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to. What I'm inciting is like. I've noticed she says, or so they say. So, yeah, like, I want to know what all that's about and like what she really believes.
Okay.
Oh, that fucking shit! Natural 2 plus 3, so that's a 5.
Hard to tell.
Yeah. Yeah. I bury my face in my book. Yep.
Okay.
so, is there anywhere that this house-sized moose likes to feed on these loggers? I assume where they're logging.
The woods. I say we buy a saw, pretend to log, and then we kill a moose the same way we killed the.
Speaking of sawing logs, are we sleeping anywhere tonight?
Oh yes.
Sleep up here! And she's going to wave above her.
There's a nice loft with 4 beds. You can have the beds. I'm privy to the floor.
I'm gonna look at Valaine and say, "Hey, wait a second, Valaine, did you draw that tree?"
Yeah, it's right here, and I'll flip through my journal real quick and kind of show the picture.
And I'm gonna point out the antlers that are on the tree and look at the halfling. And does its antlers look something like that?
She's gonna look real closely at it. Couldn't tell you.
I think that might be connected.
What exactly is?
It does look like it's connected to the tree there, doesn't it?
Oh yes, that too.
What exactly
And
is that? Do you have that?
so on the way here, I saw this tree, and druids kind of do this kind of stuff like that, but it looked like it had antlers. And it's normally used to awaken something, normally to help or benefit, protect. So I'm just wondering maybe if the moose has something to do with that.
So that may be a symbol calling the moose, you say?
Could be.
So
Might be worth rechecking the tree out.
we burn the tree.
We saw it right next to the bar, so we could go there in the morning.
We lighted a
Tree,
flame.
from what I could tell, the tree itself wasn't necessarily magical. It's just the holder of the symbol. And, I mean, I wasn't able to tell if getting rid of the tree would get rid of whatever it was it's doing.
I mean,
But
if the symbol is doing the work and we get rid of the tree by burning it and burn the symbol, would the symbol not crack and not do the work?
Theoretically, it could work. We should definitely look into it a bit more before we
Don't
do
we have
So,
anything.
another thing to
Sakura,
focus on as well?
Sakura,
Sorry.
through your druidic knowledge, you do know that those symbols are just a language. It's just a communication.
Okay, yeah. So I was just thinking, like, check it back, like, just a good place to start trying to find more druid symbols, because I know we need to go there, but it might, if we follow trees like that, maybe we could find Wind's moose too. Two birds, one stone.
Alrighty.
Well, we need.
On moose, you mean?
Maybe it's meese. Is there several meese?
I heard that somewhere.
I did too. Well, Soren, I trust Soren that he's careful. I believe we should take rest and wait for Soren to come back. He knows where we are.
Venture into the woods where the moose
Yes, exactly.
kills the
What
longest.
what I'm saying is let us take our rest and possibly conversate on our next motive, on the thing we came here for originally. Not gonna like speak it out.
So you mean to say you would like to sacrifice Soren to the vampire moose ghost invisible?
That is not what I said at all.
These cookies are lovely, by the way.
They are, aren't they? I'm gonna take two out of my pocket and
Yeah.
shove them in my mouth and grab.
I'm
two
just
from the
saying.
tray.
She's going
We
to
need-
pick one up and she's going to say, I made them in my children's image. So I can bite their heads off whenever they make me mad.
Ah,
What's this? Love it.
nice method.
I'm saying let's just not bite off more than we can chew. Maybe wait
She takes
for
a
Soren.
gigantic bite of the cookie as soon as you say that.
I follow suit.
Oh,
and
he's right! He's right!
Do the Heimlich. She's dying.
Mage hand, Heimlich.
Anyways, I'm just saying, Soren, I spoke to him before he left. He seems to be fine. We will wait for him till morning or later evening, I guess. It's pretty early as we speak now. Otherwise, then we can conversate on our next action plan. We're here for one reason and now we have another reason.
Yes.
So let's take it one step at a time.
My Caltazar is being watched over by a strange person. We need to get back soon.
Exactly. So we need to do this as haste. But we're tired and we need to rest.
Would you send Sunshine into the woods to check on Soren?
Sunshine doesn't know where Soren is.
In the woods.
Sunshine could possibly get lost. If Sunshine didn't go with him in the first place, he wouldn't know where he is at all.
And I'm actually, Blave's going to raise his hand. I can hunt for him, just to check up on him.
As you wish, Blave.
Come along, Book. And I'm going to leave the house.
Okay.
We'll send Sunshine with Blave.
Alrighty.
Message. Be safe.
Always, boy.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to use a bonus action to regain one of my dice while I try to track Soren.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Give me a survival check, please. I presume you're going to be making your way back over to the tavern and tracking out from there.
Yes.
Okay, give me a survival check.
All right, laughter die. Natural 13 plus 4, which is a 17. I'm also going to be expending that die that I just regained for a 5 for 20.
Okay, so you're over here at the tavern, and you see his footsteps come down this way, circle around, back through in a figure eight around these. And then over here, you see, or I think it was over here, actually, you see his footprints walk into the tree line, and you continue on and through the trees, and you see it. You see him, it almost looks like he was wandering aimlessly, but knowing Soren, you could presume it was with purpose, as his footprints in the snow check out almost every tree. Like they stop at most of the trees, and then you finally get to right over here, and you see him sitting there in what looks like a meditation, and he has this icy aura around him. It's a faint blue glow, and you see the air almost turning to ice surrounding him, and like cracks as this freezing energy is manifesting around him. Him
We
and of
alone?
himself?
Really?
What was that?
Are we alone in a secluded area?
Yes.
I'm going to walk up as laughter.
Okay, he's in a trance. How close are you getting to him?
15 feet.
Okay.
I'm still semi-conscious, so unless he's sneaking, I would hear him.
Yeah, I imagine this,
Would roll a stealth check.
because, like, you did your prayer and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? So I imagine it's been a good minute, and you're in the middle of that sequence. So you're doing a stealth check?
Yes, if you were calling for it.
Okay. Good.
It's another natural 20 from my gold die. I will take a
Okay.
picture of it.
Alrighty. He does not budge. He is. It looks like he is in a state of focus.
Head is just going to cock as it gets closer. In my head, I'm going to say, "Oh, Hunter, I have so much to learn." I'm going to sit down 15 feet in front of him, imitate his pose, and detect thoughts.
Okay. So at this point, you are able to see a large necropolis becoming encased in ice, and you shoot out and you see a giant glacier. And then his eyes open.
You know, Critter, I expected you.
Did you now? I didn't want to be interrupted by the boy who formerly known as Frigid's bumbling attempts.
Yeah, they were adorable.
Now, to business.
Yes, sir.
You said you were hunting me. Had been. I wish to know, truly, why.
DM, real quick, where is Sunshine through all this? Because I did send Sunshine with laughter.
Well, he is currently perched on
Yeah.
On
shoulder.
you, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yes, you do hear this, Dante.
Okay. Just making sure. I wasn't exactly sure where Sunshine went. I just sent Sunshine with laughter. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, Sunshine is Charlie Day, the wild card. So anyway. The truth of the matter? My tribe, we're nomads. We heard many years, or a few years ago, that the darkness had come here. That it had spread across this place. Right around the same time, I believe, you came up. So, we heard stories of a drow. And I was sent to discern your purpose for coming to the overworld. It's such a rare occurrence. Now, granted, you hide yourself very well. But my people, we can sense disturbances in the force, if you will. Now that I've come to know you and watched you, you're not a disturbance per se. The two things lining up, though, were strange, so I hunted. Made sure you had nothing to do with this. My tribe's become sick. So, I guess you could say I'm out looking for a cure, and I thought maybe you could lead me to it.
Doctor's going to wait a moment. And with a briskness that you probably wouldn't expect, his cloak bursts outwards, and he's going to use it to entrap the flump currently on his shoulder.
Entrap me? Or Sunshine?
Yes, encase Sunshine in my cloak.
How so?
He's on my shoulder.
Oh, yeah, but like to restrain him or block his eyes and shit or what?
As to just basically make him his sense of sight go deaf. Go deaf, ha! Go out.
You can block my sight, I'd still be able to hear.
Yes, that's the point.
Okay.
And from inside the cloak, you see a bare-chested, white-skinned drow, tattoo of a mark across his cheek where it looks like it was split open a little bit too wide. Long, cascading white hair and red eyes as bright as arterial blood. I see you, Hunter. Brother. Finally, you see me.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna switch over to Elvish. And Hunter, brother, you see me as well. And I'm gonna take off my armor and my cloak and my under t-shirt. And
Sorry.
you see a tattoo on my chest of the same symbol that's carved into the armor, which is but this one is slightly different. Where the one on the armor is half or a quarter moon, with an arrow going through it, like a bow. This one is a full moon, and it's started to slightly encase in ice, and there's a bow under it with an arrow knocked. So it's like, the bow under it is kind of like framing my diaphragm, if that makes sense. And then I turn around and you see across my shoulders, it says Guruthos, which means shadow of death in Elvish.
All right. No need to get too excited. Keep your shirt on. He smirks a little bit more, and again, you see that on his tattooed side, that it just opens a little bit wider, almost to his ear. And with just a quick flick of the wrist, his form just shifts over with shadow and bubbles over and turns to Blaive with his leathers on, and then he takes his cloak back over, and Sunshine just sees Blaive quickly hide under Laughter's cloak and get back into Laughter's form. And you're going to hear an otherworldly chuckle, somewhere between an alligator hissing and a snickering of a yelp. As Flump regains his senses.
Again. I'm going to take out is it on me? Yeah. I'm gonna take out the stone, like my carving knife, my blade, and a bottle of ink. And I'm going to essentially tattoo myself. And I'm gonna carve essentially just a couple of runes into the left side of my chest, and then I'll send a picture of the runes to you as well. But and then after I do that, I'm going to dip the blade in ink and offer it to you. With this, and this is still in Elvish. With this we share a bond.
I'm sorry, I was muted, but I said I did the same exact thing underneath the cloak. Just very quickly, but most likely the nib is covered in blood.
Cool. So yeah, I would take it back, and with this, we form a bond. Brothers till death. I give you my.
Sorry.
I give you my oath.
Brothers, then.
I will hunt you no longer.
Fine. Follow closely at my back. You may learn a thing or two.
As you say.
I don't know Elvish, so none of that I understand.
I'm going to. I'm going to cock my head. Are you going to continue to have your powwow out here?
I got what I came for.
Have a nice room at the town speaker's place.
Excellent. Shall we go then?
Yes, and I'm going to shift into Blave as we leave the circle of trees, I guess where he started his trance.
Oh, one more thing. Thanks for checking up on me.
Of course,
I'm good.
what are brothers for?
Just like a slight smirk is gonna come across my face.
And the two of you are now heading back to the speaker's house.
Yes, but I would also like to point out to Peace the heavily guarded house, and I guess that's the next door neighbor to the speakers. The speaker's house.
Yeah, they're close. Yeah, you could definitely call them neighbors.
Interesting. Well guarded. Can you tell why?
They must have something to keep guarded.
Suppose that would make sense, yes.
Always
Perhaps,
hit the house with the biggest, I guess, stick. The biggest thing to hide.
You're not wrong. Perhaps we should take a look on our way back.
Yes, but we have druids to kill, things to do in the morning. We need sleep. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning right now, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
we knock on the door, and wherever you guys are at that point.
So the rest of you hear a knock on the door while you're in the common room, and immediately the halfling stands up and runs over, grabs the tray of cookies,
I'm hiding.
and runs to the door. Okay. You're hiding?
I'm just without of eye shot because I know that the stealthy one is there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Me too.
A 2?
22.
Oh, 22. Okay. Do you heard 2 too? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Alrighty.
I don't think I could ever roll a 2.
Yeah. Okay. So you're as stealthy as you think you are. You open the door, and Soren, are you hiding? No.
No, I mean I would see him hide, but I just like that's not anything new for him. So.
As Laughter's hiding, can I use because he was standing over my shoulder when the kid tried to hit me, can I use Sunshine to give away Laughter's position?
Okay. So so he dodges off to the side, and Soren, you're standing there, and the halfling oh, welcome! Would you like some cookies? And then from your side, Soren, you just hear in Dante's voice, sounding like he's trying to be laughter, you hear, I'm here. And she looks over at you, laughter.
I'm just going to be staring at at Flump and say, "Book, I'm so deeply offended." And I'm just going to push it off my shoulder and walk inside. just for the bad impression. Not even everything else.
Okay.
At the word cookie, I'm gonna go blind and just tunnel sight and start drooling.
Okay.
A plate of cookies, You meant right.
She holds out the tray to you.
I'm going to gingerly take the tray and walk away.
Okay, and she leads you into the common room.
And as I'm getting into the common room, like one's the trays on my hand, I have like the head of one in my mouth, one sticking out by an arm, and like I'm trying to shove a third one in, and
Okay.
just like
At that site, I'm gonna go up and be like, "Oh, I need some for later," and I'm gonna take like 4 cookies.
I'm gonna slap his hand.
I'm gonna
And you see-
continue to take 4 cookies.
And you see the
I'm
halfling
going to
hurry
go
up.
upstairs and go to sleep.
Okay, and you see the halfling hurry into the kitchen and come back with another tray of cookies.
Can I say Sacura has probably, just because like it took a while for that and she's exhausted, like slowly sitting there, the petals start closing like little by little as she's trying to keep herself awake, and she dozes off on that little halfling couch,
Okay.
moon laying at her feet.
Alrighty. Simple enough.
I'm gonna follow Laughed upstairs and curl up, cover myself up completely, and go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Soren. I'm gonna say, Soren, there's a man-eating vampiric moose that we need to kill later. We get it in.
Sounds fun.
Or so they say.
Also, they say, as big as a house.
As big as a house.
Also, they say,
Or as big as a moose.
or as big as a moose.
Well, that's just all right.
Oh, so they
sounds fun.
say. Dante
Well,
says from
So
behind
they
his
say.
Oh,
I think we'll need a nice bit of respite after everything we've been going through. Nice, fun little hunt for once. Yeah.
also, there were druidic marks in reference to this beast. Something that we should go check out tomorrow in the morning.
Sounds like a plan. I
Possibly
believe you
led by
pronounced it
druids.
wrong. Also, I believe it's called meese.
Meese, yes.
Right.
Meese, correct. I apologize.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
It's possible that the ones we seek might be connected.
Perfect.
And then I'm gonna like go upstairs. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna like pretend to be asleep.
Alrighty.
I'm going to see that Sakura has passed out on the couch. Halfling couch. So I'm going to sit in an opposite corner and sink myself down and nod off.
Okay. Alright. So,
Sunshine can come back to me as well.
alrighty. Okay. And everybody is taking a rest now?
I wanted to do one thing. When I notice that everyone's asleep, I'm gonna try to sneak over to Blaine and take the book.
Okay.
Fine, sneak.
Would I wake up because you know where my book is located?
I understand that, and I was going to ask for rolls.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty. So, Wind, Laughter, and Vlayan are up there currently. If you could give me a stealth check.
That's natural 20.
Oof, okay. And then I'm also going to need a Slay of Hand check.
Ooh, I'm gonna use lucky on that.
Alrighty.
And that is a 24.
Okay, so taking into account the passive perceptions of Vlayan and laughter, that does pass. Which book are you looking for?
The journal.
The journal, the one that Vlayan draws in?
No, the one that Blaine's always like reading and writing in.
Yes, that's your same journal that you draw
Oh,
in,
okay,
right, Vlayan?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you do succeed, and you look through
Would
it,
I
and
would I wake up though because it's in my shirt?
it was a
Is there
24. It was a 24 Slay of Hand.
Okay.
I am taking into account. I'm looking at yours and Laughter's passive perceptions right now. They are right in front of me.
Okay.
And with your passive, no, you would not wake up. He did succeed on his stealth and Slay of Hand rolls. But yeah, you get the journal out, and you just see a lot of drawings of things that you've seen, different events that have transpired and everything. Drawings of the entire party, as well as like the lady with the chewingas, who you didn't actually meet. So you see a drawing of an angry looking woman slamming a door. It looks like you see drawings of the chewingas. You see drawings of Craig cats. Um, I'm not sure what else you would have in there, Vlayan, but yeah.
Lots of different landscapes. You'd see a few drawings of the lights that are up in the sky, the bird flying through it. You'd see a little drawing of the dead goblins. There'd be a drawing of Soren preserving the Yeti bodies.
Is it all drawings? And then is there any like writings?
Yeah, there's writings in there too.
Ooh, what do I want to read the writings?
Okay. Give me a second.
You could also like DM them to me if like you don't want everyone to hear them. Either way.
Oh no, it's fine. Not all of them are in common though, so I need to know what languages you speak.
I speak common and undercommon.
Okay. You would find a couple poems written in common. Little
Could be
short
the same
poems.
poems, I presume, that Alex does post into the group chats.
Yeah. Along with some other smaller personal ones and stuff like that. But as for the other things, you wouldn't be able to make out what it was saying because it's not in common.
Is it like symbols or is it like just language that I don't understand?
It's a language you wouldn't understand.
Okay. I'm gonna put the book back.
Okay, give me a slave hand.
That is a 19.
Okay, you slide it back in there, and Vlayan doesn't move.
And then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Alrighty. So, everybody can now take a long rest. And Dante, when you wake up, it's midway through the night. It's still dark. The fire's still crackling. And you can't move. And you see these shadows flitting past. You see a large, looming shadow come from the other side of the room and cross the room towards you. And it grows larger and larger. And you can't move. And you feel what you can presume is sunshine shaking against the crook of your shoulder. And I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. Alright. Okay. That is a 21. Oh, wait. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay. So this shadow, this looming shadow that's in front of you, it starts to almost consume you, and you feel this anxiety forcing itself into your mind, and you feel your psyche start to crack. And you now have a permanent level of madness. This madness ensues. You've developed it causes you to have a split personality. One side is angrier and ready to fight at any moment, while the other side is your normal self, your calm self. And you now have, if you remember that one shot, how you were RPing yourself, how you were RPing Dante.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that is your level of madness.
How does that ensue? Like, when do I know I'm mad or not?
You're always mad.
I'm
At
always
this point.
mad?
Yes, you have permanent madness.
So I have that control I had in that one shot.
Yep. It's not the same as the voice that's been talking to you in particular, but you might think it is. And you can refer to your other half as Virgil.
So I have Virgil now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And I feel like this is a good place to cut the session for the night. And we'll start up next week where everybody is waking up and on their way to hunt the white moose.
When we start next week, I mean, I was going to ask, did like he physically do anything that would have woke me up being across the room from him when
Not
that was happening?
particularly. He was
Okay.
frozen. He could not move or speak.
Okay.
Besides maybe a very muffled, like,
Gotcha. Just
yeah.
wanted to
So,
check.
yep, nothing that could particularly wake you up.
Okay.
I think we're going for the druids first. I might be
I
wrong
think
about
so too.
I
No,
I
yep.
think
That's what we're
they're
doing.
probably connected a little
I think-
bit. Just
I think they're somewhat connected in some way.
that. Yeah, so. Dope.
Is it Sunday yet?
No,
Feels.
it's only Monday, but tomorrow can be Sunday.
Yes.
We have another campaign tomorrow.
No, yeah.
Nah, we can.
Wait, do
And
you
then
have another campaign
Wednesday.
tomorrow?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
do.
Oh
We have
shit!
Heart of the Wild, yeah.
Yep, every other Tuesday, and then Wednesday we have every Wednesday, and then
Yep.
Miguel's one
mean,
shot
we
this
could-
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Stay tuned to see Belle in all her action. We have really cool characters planned for that.
For
yep.
the one shot?
So tomorrow, for everybody at home, tomorrow we do have our bi-weekly Heart of the Wild campaign. We will be continuing that, and then on Wednesday, Miguel here, who is Dante in Icewind Dale, he will be DMing for his very first time and probably regret it. I think he's already regretting it.
I really do. I got 7 of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
For my first time, 7 of you
Uh-huh.
motherfuckers. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
DM, I have dark vision.
Hey, let's save that for the day. Let's save that for the day.
Okay, so
Miguel, I
to
don't
to
have
clo-
dark vision as a person.
to close this up for the night, be sure to check out all of our different social medias. Check out our merch shop. We've got some fun stuff in there, and that could help support us in getting better gear and having less technical difficulties. But it probably won't change wind breathing into the phone. Breathing into the mic. Alrighty. Well, as always, we love you and stay natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, nerds.
Night, you nerds.
Night, nerds.